Que onda? Thanks for watching Doing Life with Jenny. If you're new here, I moved from the US to Mexico to the state of Hidalgo. I am filming my intro after the fact because apparently my microphone didn't work. So today I did a little weekend vlog of just my Saturday, and there's a little story time too. If my microphone worked during that part, we'll find out here in a second. Here's a little hint. We're taking my little cooler. I freeze some water bottles and I have these freezer packs. And this squishes down and fits in my book bag. And then depending on how much I put in here, I might have to carry this back. It might still fit in my book bag. Bye, Sammy. Bye, Booty. Mommy will be right back. So like I was saying, I really haven't been able to cook. So we are going to Pachuca to get some groceries at Walmart and the vegan store. Not much, because like I said, money is really tight. But mostly I'm wanting some vegan ground beef. And then I'm going to make some picadillo, which is ground beef mixed with like tomatoes and potatoes and some diced chili peppers to make some tacos. Because usually if I get something expensive like that, I try to add something to it so the expensive part like stretches farther. I also need some gluten-free flour, some gluten-free spaghetti, and some spaghetti sauce. The spaghetti sauce I can find here. The gluten-free noodles, no. I could get them on Amazon, but since we're already going to Pachuca, might as well get it there. Plus I don't have Amazon Prime, and I'm not going to buy stuff just to buy it to qualify for free shipping. So while we're going to catch the combi to get to the bus station, yes, I live within walking distance to the bus station. It's like 20 minutes away. As you may have seen in my other video, I've been having trouble with my foot. What is it called? Plantar fasciitis? I don't know what you call it in English. And my foot has been doing better, but since today kind of already requires a lot of walking, I'm going to take the combi to the bus station instead of walk there. So hopefully my foot holds up, because it has been feeling better, like more consistently lately. Also, I've been craving a hamburger for some reason, so we're going to get one of those at the little vegan grocery store too. So I haven't bought any snacks for a while to save up for this, since it is expensive compared to what I usually buy. Plus I'm only going to eat half. Last time I learned it was quite a lot of food between the burger and the fries, so I'll eat half now and half for dinner or for lunch tomorrow, and then we'll cook. And as you know from my last video, I no longer have a legal car, and I also had trouble starting last time I used it, but it is cheaper to take the bus and the combis than to drive there. We will see if I get a seat on the bus this time. I think the last 2 times it was standing room only. It's 10 pesos for the combi. Like the ones that go on the highway, they always charge 10 pesos minimum. The one that goes from my house to the center is 9 pesos. But like I was saying, even if I take a combi to the bus station, I take the bus, I take a taxi to the store, take the bus back, take another combi home, is still cheaper than putting gas in the van. Make about a 5-minute walk to Walmart. Well, maybe more like 10. Here we have Soriana, a major grocery chain. Behind here is City Club, Little Caesars, McDonald's. There's a movie theater in there. And I don't remember if Home Depot is behind here or behind Walmart. Yes, I can barely see the sign. The Home Depot is here behind Soriana. There's also a gym there, a Coppel. The thing is, Walmart is not that far from the bus stop. It's 10 minutes tops. And the vegan restaurant is a little bit of a walk, like 20 minutes. It's not bad. But Walmart and the vegan restaurant are in the opposite direction. So I have to backtrack towards the bus stop, then head the opposite direction to the vegan restaurant. So that's what makes the walk a little too much, depending on my foot and the weather. Today it's perfect. It's one of those days where if you're in the shade, you're chilly. If you're in the sun, it's just right. I'm very thankful it's sunny today because it's been cloudy for a solid week, and if it gets cloudy for several days in a row, well, the temperature does drop. And even if it's nice out, if it's sunny, like, you can feel the intensity of the sun because we're farther south, obviously, in Mexico, and because of the high elevation here. So the plaza or mall we're at is called Gran Patio. You guys have been here with me before. It's where one of the Walmarts is. There are at least 2 Walmarts in Pachuca. There's a movie theater and your typical types of stores that you find at malls. Like this one doesn't have anything like H&M or Forever 21, but there are malls with those stores. But it has like clothing stores, electronic stores, a little bit of everything. This one for sure is not one of the nicer malls. Las Galerías is the nicest one. There's also Explanada. And I know I've mentioned some of this in other videos, but some of you are new around here. And I appreciate all of the new viewers and subscribers. And we are ready for Christmas. This mall does have a Coppel, Subway, Burger King. Almost all of the malls have movie theaters. There are so many movie theaters here. Well, they didn't have the gluten-free flour. I thought they did. Let's see if this other store has some and see the price. This one has all kinds of gluten-free and vegan items. They have Bob's Red Mill, gluten-free oatmeal, and the egg replacement and other products, but not the gluten-free flour. They have other brands, but it's like only tapioca or only oat. And I don't know how to mix them together to get the right texture. I'm not good in the kitchen. Okay, it's 11:02. Let's see how long it takes us to walk to Proyecto V/Mr. Tofu. And once we get home, I'll show you what I got at Walmart and that organic store. I did ditch the hoodie because it is sunny. And I guess I'm going home for Christmas. But I guess I'll just buy the gluten-free flour while I'm there And will be like $1 or $2 cheaper anyway there. That's the thing, like Mexico is cheaper overall. Like if you're just going to get your basics, but if you want something special, it is more expensive than home because it's usually imported. Gluten-free and vegan is already expensive. And then if it's imported, it's just too much. I mentioned this in another video, but I think in January, we're only going to eat food from the market and see how it affects our grocery budget. So I made 2 mistakes. One, I forgot I would probably take off my hoodie and I didn't put sunblock on my arms, and I did not bring a hat because I obviously can't put sunblock on my scalp, otherwise I'm gonna look nasty. If I know I'm going to be out for more than like 20-30 minutes, I try to wear a hat. And mistake number 2 is I forgot my medicine. If you've been around for a while, you know back I think in the spring I discovered, or it was a new product that I can sprinkle on my food so I can have wheat. So I am going to have a tummy ache after my lunch today. But I've been craving this vegan burger and I shall have it. If you're ever in Pachuca, there's this huge roundabout. If you're confused as to which way is the mall, Las Galerías, it's the direction Father Miguel Hidalgo is pointing, and you're going to follow the side with the traffic, not against it. So this way, and then keep to the far right because there's a bit of a Y in the road. You guys have passed the Galerías with me several times, but here it is again in case you're new here. I think I most definitely will be taking a taxi back for the bus. My feet don't hurt, but I can definitely feel the pressure from the weight of what I bought. And also I'm getting a blister. My dog shoes pooped out. Well, they're still usable. And I washed them, but since it was chilly, they didn't dry quickly. So now they still stink. And I wasn't going to do that to the poor people on the bus. And well, to get to the point, I put on my new shoes, and the right one is rubbing on my heel. I forgot to grab a band-aid. Yeah, so I really don't come to Pachuca that often. I know I mentioned before, I did at first because I was trying to get things I needed. But now that I'm settled, maybe once a month. And usually it's not a need. It's more of a want with a slight need. Like, do I have to eat spaghetti for dinner and therefore come to Pachuca to find the gluten-free spaghetti noodles? No, I could find something else. But it's nice to have because it's easy. If you have one of those days where it just ends up being busy, at least you have something quick to cook instead of going out to eat. So if you're trying to get to the vegan grocery store and restaurant, if the mall is on your right, like I showed you how to get here from Miguel Hidalgo, you're just going to go straight. And as you pass the mall, there's a stoplight, and we're going to keep to our right at the stoplight. So we're keeping right here. The street is Camino Real de la Plata. You'll see the Camino Real Hotel, Palo Norte, the bank. And you're just going to follow this street for maybe like 20 minutes. And across the street you can see the giant soccer ball. And the mall will still be on your right hand side. The yellow curb means nothing in Mexico. Park there, my friend, unless it says not to. And then this black building, they have an organic store with some vegan and gluten-free options. I'll show you when we get closer. I'm seeing all of these carts for tacos de canasta. That sounds good, but I'm getting my burger. Can have tacos de canasta anywhere. So here's that market. I'm not sure if it's Tierre or if it's supposed to be two words, Tierre Ube, but right inside of here on the first floor. Go straight in and to your left. We'll stop there for a pastry if we stick within our budget here at the vegan store. There's this bakery that has some locations throughout some Mexican cities called Pan Gabriel. It's mostly vegan and gluten-free, but they distribute to other stores around the country, so they do distribute here, thank goodness. It's so delicious, but it is expensive. So you just keep going straight. You're going to pass several like gated communities. There is my enemy, Banjercito. There's a better view of the soccer ball. Oh, and under this tent, the tent usually isn't there. They're having a little Christmas tree market. We are not going in there. We have no room for anything. We have no money for anything. We're making progress. If you see that red column, you're almost there. And once you see Dr. Simi at the pharmacy, the next plaza, Plaza Loreto, is where you're going. They remodeled. I can't afford it today, but they now have chocolate covered like nuts and chocolate covered cranberries. That'll be for next time. Okay, so I actually spent a lot less than I anticipated on spending, so I could go back for my pastry, but I want to take a taxi instead, so I can tell I'm going to overdo it with my feet. I'm starting to get that blister on my heel. So it equals the same amount. Instead of buying my pastry, I'm paying for the taxi. It's almost the same amount of money. Okay, now I'm just going to the market to get a couple of produce items, and then we will go home. We'll see how my feet feel. I might walk home. Yay, and there's a pharmacy right by the bus station and market too, so I got to pick up my prescription. I mean, you don't need a prescription. I got to walk on in, say what I needed, and give it to me with no question. Yeah, I'm gonna take the combi home. Otherwise, I'm for sure going to be in pain. And they already have like a 10-minute walk when the combi leaves me from the highway. So I spent a total of 125 pesos. A combi times 2 equals 20 pesos. The taxi was 45. The bus 30 there and 30 back. And I would have needed at least a quarter tank of gas to get to Pachuca, which is about maybe 500 pesos. I did put my hoodie back on in that last bus because they had the AC on, which is one thing I love about Mexico is they usually don't overdo it on the AC, but they did have it cranking. Now like it's a tad warm with it on, but it's fine. But as we're walking home, I'll tell you, I did eat all of my meal. As you saw, that burger is just really messy. So it's hard to kind of like cut in half. It's one of those where everything keeps sliding around as you eat it, and your burger's hanging off your bun and your tomatoes are hanging off your bun. And I also forgot my container to bring home my leftovers. And I do try to avoid creating more trash. I did get my chocolate banana smoothie to go, so it did come in trash, but I'm not perfect, but I do try. I felt kind of silly on the bus. It wasn't the usual bus that I take, and my usual bus goes to the bus station. The other one goes to it, but like it doesn't park. It just goes in front of it and you can get off right in the front, but it doesn't go around to the parking lot. And since I hadn't been on this bus, at least not coming to my city before, I didn't know if it was going to park or just pass in front of it. So once we got close, I started standing up like an idiot, walking towards the front. And I probably looked so rude, like, man, she's in a hurry. But I had to be ready in case it was just stopping in front of the station. But now I know for next time. So I'm not looking at the camera. The sun is staring right into my eyes. I know some puppies that are about to be very, very happy to see their mama. But Sammy, I'm just your foster mom, understood? Where's Sammy at? There they are. Okay, let me get you and we'll go inside. Okay, Sammy is in the yard. Ruthie and I are going to see if they still have tortillas, because I'm not that hungry, but I think in another hour or two I'm gonna want something light. So I'm just gonna make some tofu tacos. Well, that tortilleria was closed already, as I kind of figured. So we're going to go to the convenience store because they do have a tortilleria that brings them tortillas. Supposedly they only have them till 4 o'clock, but you never know if they have some left over. They don't know how many they're gonna sell. Come on, Ruthie. We have to go find some tortillas. Well, the entire store was already closed, so I guess we're not having tacos. I guess if I get a little hungry, I'll have half of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Because I had that smoothie earlier, so I don't really need more sugar. And I'm not gonna be that hungry anyways. It's already getting late by my standards. Okay, so we're just going to go home and relax. I was going to continue the vlog tomorrow, but my phone is out of storage. So tomorrow I'm just teaching one class, going to church, then I'm going to edit this video and another video to make room to make more this week, because I'll have a lot more time.